And our food bank here in Sioux City has been here for over 20 years now. And each and every year we have experienced growth in terms of the number of agencies we're working with and the number of pounds we're distributing. Our most recent fiscal year ended last September, and it was really very shocking to distribute 1.8 million pounds of food last year. That tells a story of a lot of people in need, a lot of hunger out there. We have a very critical role in trying to make sure everyone in our community has enough food to eat, because what we do as a food bank is we pull food together from a lot of resources and we bring it into our warehouse, and then we turn around and distribute it, not to individuals and families, but to the agencies that serve those individuals and families. And so we have food pantries and soup kitchens and facilities that have people living in them that would otherwise be in need. And so anyone, a senior, a child, a family, anyone who's struggling with having enough food to eat, those are the folks that we want to make sure that we're helping. We bring together food from a whole lot of resources. So yes, we do receive commodity programs through the government. By and large, however, it's corporate donations, it's individual donations. We certainly are part of a lot of food drives, big events like the Coast to Coast event that happens in May when the letter carriers do a food drive. Locally, we have Boy Scouts that do food drives and Girl Scouts that do food drives. A lot of businesses will run either an employee-based event or maybe they open it up to the public. So a bank will say, if you'll bring in peanut butter, we'll donate it to the food bank. So a lot of different ways that those things happen. Unfortunately, more and more we are finding that we have to purchase our product, and of course that becomes a bigger challenge because now we need funding and we need resources, but that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. Another area that's grown and changed for us dramatically in the last couple of years is what we call the retail store donation program. We have retail stores throughout our community that would be throwing away product. It would just be going to the landfill until they found out they could donate it to us. And so they do a great job. Most of the time they freeze it first, which of course extends the shelf life of the product. And once it's frozen and we pick it up in a frozen state and we bring it back and put it in our freezers, then that's meat and that's all kinds of other products, breads, cakes, all kinds of things that can then be distributed to people in need. So we find lots of ways to make product last longer, still be wholesome and worthy and nutritious. Really, in a nutshell, the job of the food bank here and in other food banks across the country is to be the link, because in our country, we're very fortunate. We're a nation of plenty. Unfortunately, we have a challenge with having a lot of people in need. And what we want to do at the food bank is find a good way to be the link between all that's out there and all the people who need help and support with sufficient nutrition. And so that's what we do. We work really hard to tell our story because we think that there are many people in our community. You just don't expect there to be hunger in Iowa. You don't expect hunger in Nebraska. You don't expect hunger in the breadbasket of the country. You think of it as being in major metroplexes. You think of it as being in third world countries. And to hear that people in Iowa, of all places, are at risk of hunger is really shocking. 400,000 Iowans are food insecure, meaning they don't know where their next meal is going to come from. 1 in 5 is a child. And so think about the ramifications of undernutrition. Can that child grow and learn and be healthy and grow up to be a productive member of our society? Not if their basic need for adequate nutrition hasn't been met. So that's the battle we fight. We do so with the help and support of our entire community, and we're really grateful because in this part of the country, we find people want to help. And when you tell the story and you help them to understand, it isn't just the homeless person sleeping under the bridge. It's families that have jobs and have a home, but don't have enough wherewithal financially to go to the grocery store and get everything they need. And one medical crisis, one unexpected car repair, all of those things break their budget and they no longer have enough funding to go to the grocery store and get food, to make dinner and put a good, healthy, nutritious meal on the table. So they have to go to the food pantry and ask for assistance. And if we're doing our jobs, when they go to that food pantry and they let them know that they're looking for some help, there will be good, quality, nutritious food for them to eat right there. In a nutshell, that's our mission, to make sure that no one goes hungry.